Dwyane Wade has been the heart of the Miami Heat franchise since he was drafted number 5 in the 2003 draft. After capturing the Heat's first title in 2006 alongside Shaq, he would lead the NBA in scoring in the 2009-2010 season, averaging 33.2 points per game. Following this, he was joined by LeBron and Chris Bosh and won a further 2 titles in 2012 and 2013. Famous for his athleticism, dunks and difficult shots off the dribble, Wade has always been a fan favourite across the league. Wade announced he would retire following the 2018-2019 season. How will Wade County cope with life after Wade? What is going on, guys? Joe here. Welcome to my first NBA 2K MyLeague. Really looking forward to this one. Now, as you can see, I've gone with the Miami Heat. They are at a really interesting time, I feel. Obviously with Wade retiring, and they have a lot of players tied down for a long time as well. But we'll take a closer look at that later on. You can see me setting up the MyLeague in the background here. Now, I am on PC, but you can take a look at these sliders, obviously, if you want, and use them for your own league. So I have seen quite a few MyLeague series on YouTube before, and I definitely want to keep this as realistic as possible. Now that means not doing 3 trades every episode basically, and not trying to take advantage of the game. So yeah, hopefully you will enjoy this one with me. I've thought about whether I want to play through this first season, as obviously this season has already taken place in real life, but I thought we would play through it rather than simming it completely. Maybe we can progress slightly more quickly by playing a few less games, but I think we'll play this first season to see Dwyane Wade off. So let's take a look at our current roster. Hassan Whiteside, our highest rated player, at an 84 overall at the moment, but he isn't a player I am desperate to keep long term, to be honest. He's on a 1-year contract at 25 mil per year, but he does have a player option which he is almost definitely going to accept. So I think we'll be looking to trade him next season when he's in the last year of his deal probably. He's not a modern day NBA player. He doesn't have an outside shot. Despite being dominant inside and on the boards, he's not the type of player I want to build this team around. Now secondly, Dwyane Wade, still an 82 overall at 36 years old. He can still get it done. I remember this season he was asked why he was choosing to retire, as he's still clearly a very capable player, and he said that he wanted to go out whilst he's still, able to contribute. So this will be his last season. Even if he chooses not to retire, I will basically force retire him. So let's have a good season to see Dwyane Wade off. Now, a quick look at Josh Richardson, a really exciting player I feel. I would definitely be looking to keep Richardson around long term. Known for his good defense in college, he's really developed his offensive game since he's joined the NBA. He can shoot threes, is a capable playmaker, and can now create his shot off the dribble. He reminds me a bit of Gary Harris, to be honest, but perhaps slightly more athletic and versatile offensively. He's on a good contract as well, so J Rich will definitely be one of the building blocks for this team. Justice Winslow, another player I'm really excited to see develop here. He's a 79 overall and is still just 22 years old despite being in the NBA for 3 years already. In those 3 years he's been a defensive specialist who has always seemed slightly lost on the offensive end. However, he has developed a consistent 3-point shot and more recently has become a very dependable playmaker, running some point guard this season whilst Dragic was out injured. Like J Rich, he's been given an extension already, so he's on a great contract moving forward as well. Goran Dragic has had a down year in real life at just an 80 overall now, after being an all-star just a few years ago. He's still an above average point guard though in the NBA, but at 32 years old, he will probably decline fairly quickly now. Bam Adebayo was drafted 14th in the 27 draft by the Heat. He's exceptionally athletic, which means he has great potential as a two-way player, but he does need to improve in a few areas, particularly rebounding and his rim protection I feel. He averaged just 1.3 blocks per 36 minutes in this season in real life, which is well below average for a player of his build, but he's just 21 though, so has a lot of time still to develop. Now to some of the role players, Kelly Olynyk is a 7-footer that can shoot, which is always an advantage in today's NBA, but I think we basically know what he is at this point, not sure he's going to develop much further. He is on a 2-year contract at 13 mil per year with a player option for his 3rd season as well, and I'm not sure if he's worth that, to be honest. James Johnson, easily one of the strongest men in the NBA. He's a very solid role player that is well rounded. However, he's on a similar contract to Olynyk, which is 2 years plus a player option for a third year, and he's on 15 mil a year, which I definitely think is too much for him. Dwyane Wade has struggled with injuries recently. However, when he's on his game, he's a deadly three-point shooter off the dribble and is known to be particularly clutch in end-of-game situations. We'll see how he progresses. However, he will miss the first few months of the season with injury. Now, the final player I want to give a mention to, Derrick Jones Jr. When he joined the league, it seemed like he was only here for the dunk contest, but he's proven to be a decent defender and a very good offensive rebounder. His outside shot is still developing, but Derrick Jones is definitely someone I want to keep around for now. So guys, just a quick look at our current roster to start the season. As you can see, no real superstar. I think we're more of an all-rounded team. Strong defensively, don't have too much shooting on offense, I don't feel. More of a grit and grind style, which Spoelstra likes. I did notice we are quite short on the point guard front, even though we have Richardson and Winslow and Wade who can run point guard as well. But I did have a quick look at the free agents, see if we could maybe pick up a point guard here. So now let's take a look at the salary cap table. I think this is really important. And as you can see, Whiteside, 27 million player option next season. He'll almost definitely accept that. I think I'll try and trade him next season. I think I already mentioned that. Maybe we can get a pick back for him, trade him to a title contender for some cap release. I don't know, we'll see. Ryan Anderson, 21 million team option, definitely won't be accepting that. You can see Goran Dragic, 19 million next season as well, another player option. Almost certain he'll accept that and will be tied into that deal as well. I've already mentioned Johnson and Olynyk. They're earning 50 million basically each season. Over the next 3 seasons, they're definitely accepting those player options. Really need to try and get these guys off the roster. That would be really hard to do without giving up any picks though. As you see, Dwyane Wade is also on 12 mil per year over the next 3 seasons. Not the best deal there at all. But then you can see this is where the strategy to extend contracts really pays off. We can see we've got Richardson and Winslow tied down until 2022. Really good deals here. These guys are going to be really good, and hopefully when we get the rest of the guys off the roster, these deals will really come into play and we can sign some really big salary guys who are worth the contracts. Now, quick look at our current draft picks. We have lost a few. We've got our first pick this year and next year. No second picks though at all over the next 3 years. And we're missing our 2021 first round pick as well. So hopefully by the time we get to 2021, we'll be to the point where our first pick isn't too valuable. So yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see if we can make some progress before then. So I've set up the coaching plan. As you see, I've given everyone minutes, give a bit more to Whiteside, take 1 minute off Richardson as well. But that's the current game plan. Giving Richardson and Winslow a lot of minutes, really want them to develop. Wade 28 off the bench, of course. Hopefully he can really flourish in that 6-man role as usual. 9-man rotation for now. Maybe we'll put Haslam in there, give him a few minutes, 10 minutes a game, depending on how we're doing for the season. Waiters will definitely be back in the rotation as well once he's recovered from his injury. And now, quick look at the sim points of emphasis. I've given Wade the first scoring option, of course. Want him to get as many points as possible. He's the focus for this first season. We're not going to challenge in the playoffs. Maybe we can tank later on, depending on how our season's going. You can see I'm setting a Spoelstra type points of emphasis, limiting transition, physical defense, patient offense, slow offense. That's our best chance of winning this season, I think. Grit and grind style. As you can see here, I did have a look at the system proficiencies, but the grit and grind is what Spoelstra likes, and that is what it was default set to. So we'll stick with that for now. So of course we had to have a look at the draft prospects coming up in this offseason. Zion Williamson will be the #1 pick, almost definitely. RJ Barrett and Ja Morant likely to be the top 3 as well. A few other guys are interesting though, Culver, DeAndre Hunter. So yeah, we'll take a look at that later on, seeing where we are in the season. I did set up a few player mentorships. We've got Jay Rich being mentored by Dwyane Wade. He's got some really nice badges there, especially that championship DNA. That'd be really nice to get on Jay Rich. We've got Goran Dragic mentoring Winslow as well. He's got some nice badges which Winslow can really benefit from. I went for Microwave, One Man Fast Break and Relentless Finisher. And then we did one more. Bam Adebayo will be mentored by Hassan Whiteside. He's got a few badges that Bam Adebayo can really help or really benefit from. Defensively especially, that rim protector will be really helpful for Bam. We'll get him mentored straight away. So I showed you this quickly, just the injury report. I set up the injuries so the players who were out at the beginning of the season should be injured. So Porzingis will miss the season basically, DeJounte Murray as well for example. But yeah, next episode we'll get into the first game of the season. I think we're against the Orlando Magic, so we'll see how we get on there. I hope you guys are looking forward to this. I'm really excited for this series. Of course, let me know how I can improve down in the comments below. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more of these, and I'll see you guys in the next one.